Tribe Pilot is a trip planning app, and this is a little walkthrough. So jumping in, you see the dashboard where all your trips live. I'm going to create a new trip and name it My New Trip to Awesomeville. And let's pretend this is going to be a raft / boating trip. I'm going to upload a banner. And here's kind of the trip details page. I've already inserted a date and a location. I'm going to cut and paste a description from a previous time I've done this trip. One of the things Tribe Pilot does well is scale. So previous trip content can be used on new trip content. I've done this trip quite a few times. Now let's invite some friends. We're going to invite Ryder and my wife Cherie, because her and I are both going on this. And give access to notifications. And then let's show the crew what we're doing. We're going to go camping, backpacking, maybe a little sup, some whitewater kayaking and rafting, and add activities. Now that populates on the trip details screen. We got the date. We got the boat launch, the boat takeout. If we zoom way in, you see the topo maps that we provide to users on every trip. You can add as many pins as a pro user as you want. So you could do campsite night 1, campsite night 2, so on and so forth. One of our most powerful features is the lists and the notes. Here we're looking at a pro feature, which is my library, that has all this content that I can add to any trip once it's created. In this case, we're going to be floating the John Day River. So I'm going to add the John Day River dock that I previously created, and I'm going to make it available to all the trip members. And here you can see it's everything you need to know about the John Day. And I just cut and paste this from a BLM site. Now we're going to add some more docks just to give the crew a little bit better details. So things to bring for everybody. Let's add one more. Let's do animal tracks. This is a cool one, and make it available to everybody. If you see tracks, this is a guide to help you identify them. Just a fun thing that I add to trips to help level up my crew. And now let's create a meal plan. This is where the power of the group list really comes in. So I'm going to create dinner night 1, breakfast day 2, lunch day 2, dinner. I'm just kind of outlining the different days and what I want to make people responsible for. Now let's add some menu items, some lunch meat, some mayo, some mustard. We're gonna add lettuce to the sandwich and chips. And now let's drag all these up and put them under lunch day 2. You can create them in line too. This is just the way I did it this time. And you can see it's an indented list now. There's my wife wondering what trip she just got invited to. So now lunch day 2. Now let's add steak and garlic bread to dinner day 3. Let's indent them just by swiping. And you can see I can collapse them. I can put myself responsible for lunch day 2. I can add people to different ingredients, check off, so on and so forth. Just really powerful listing tools for meals, for gear, whatever it is. Now let's do a grocery list. Just between me and Cherie, my wife, I'm just going to line out the grocery list items and pretend I go to the store. And I'm just going to check these off, letting her know that all this stuff is done. Once I get it all entered here. All right. I'm going to put her in charge of the first 2. I just went to the store, I grabbed all these, but I forgot sunscreen. So let's assign her to that. There we go. Some other features in Tribe Pilot is some different views. So you can see all your previous trips. This is your dashboard. This is where your memories live. A little bit different view here. Kind of your hero map. All the trips you've been on show up as individual map pins. Eventually that'll be social. And lastly is the inbox, where you can quickly get to any updates that have been posted by your crew. That's the high level of Tribe Pilot. Here's my library, some of the different library items. I've got knot tying guides, some different lists that I use. There's another knot tying guide. And eventually all this content will live both on web, in-app, and on YouTube channels, so that we get cross-linking and full content both on web and in-app for our marketing efforts. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.